Okay, 10:10 on a Tuesday night. Went to Tomobuchi today. Tomobuchi was good. Classes were kind of fun. Played a lot of Battleship. Gave away Prukura, the little pictures that you take in the photo booth with people that you know. Equivalent of U.S. photo booths, but they make them into stickers and they're smaller. And they're in color now. Gave those away rather than regular stickers. Also got invited to the vice principal of the elementary school's house for dinner. I think I may have almost overstayed my welcome on that one. We get off work at about 5. We came back at about 5:15, or we left at about 5:15 or so. So we get back down here. We stopped at the liquor store, and we got to his house about 6:10 or so. 6:10, 6:15. Had dinner and talked about things on the internet. And I had mentioned Google Earth to him before and said you could see my house from it. So we got talking about things on Google Earth, and then we got to talking about different areas. We investigated some things in the U.S., Colorado and New York and the Grand Canyon, and then Japan. And then I typed in Rome. And we had dinner, and I finished off the last bottle of wine. I mean, he helped, but I probably drank almost 70% of that bottle of wine. I'm fine, but it was one of those things that kept me going, kept me talking. I was very relaxed, very loose. So I'm relaxed, and I got this thing going on talking about Europe. I can talk about Europe for hours. So I noticed when he looks at his watch, and it's like, oh shit, it's 10 o'clock already. So I did my best to quickly dismiss myself. I talked in Japanese, as a roaring talk about Europe and places I had been to and things that I had done for at least an hour and a half. Different places, what's interesting about them, why you should go there, different events, things that I did there, things that other people did there. It just kept on going. And I kind of felt bad for him, Mr. Kodama, when I realized how long I had been talking. So, don't ask me about Europe unless you're ready for a real undertaking. Or maybe I'll try to confine myself to one city. Jeez. Anyways, I came home and realized that I know this looks like a fan, but it's a heating unit. It's actually a radiating heating disc. It glows orange when you turn it on. I'll show you. It glows orange, oscillates. Yeah. I had left this on the timer, I thought. Apparently the timer doesn't always work, because I forgot about it this morning when I was rushing out the door and noticed the orange glow from my house when I came in. My electrical bill is going to be a fortune because my heater was on all day. So my house is, well, it's not necessarily warm and toasty because these places have almost no insulation. But my house is a reasonable temperature, and I'm going to pay for it later. So, one more thing to check on the way out. I've really been thinking about getting the gas heater back from my landlord. It was in this closet. There we go. This closet over here. It was in there with all that crap. But they told me they didn't want me to have it because it was dangerous. And I said that was fine. I probably wouldn't use it anyways. Now I'm thinking I will. They didn't want me to have it also because they said not that it's dangerous to use it inside. They didn't want to tell me specifically that they thought Americans were incompetent when it comes to using gas stoves. But they did say that they didn't want me to have the kerosene bucket outside where it was, because it was right next to the heater for the bathtub. You turn the heater on for the bathtub, we have water running in the shower, and it's actually warm. It means there's a fire right next to your bucket of kerosene, and that is mildly dangerous. So I agreed with them. But I really think they didn't want the foreigner to have a gas heater. And even with this, leaving this thing on, I am quite sure that I want a gas heater in this house because electricity is going to cost a fortune, whereas the oil, it starts off a spark, and it's like 70 cents a gallon, or 70 cents a liter. That's what it is. 70 cents a liter 4 liters will last you a good week if you're not using it all the time. So I think that's a better way to go. A lot less expensive. So it's going to be interesting trying to figure out how to talk my landlords into giving me that back. Anyways, I've got a worksheet to work on. Just one thing to write, and then 4 classes tomorrow. Or 4 classes at the junior high, 1 at the elementary school. So 5 classes tomorrow. Followed by short meetings, and then running back over to the junior high school to meet with students about their presentations for the English Festival. I'm glad they all informed me this week. Actually, one group informed me more than a week ago, and I've been practicing it with them. 2 other groups, well, 1 student and then 1 pair of students, informed me yesterday via other teachers, that they wanted me to help them practice for the English Festival that's coming up tomorrow. Because I admire that they were, working on it on their own. One girl is really good at what she's doing. But it would have been nice to put that into my plan a little sooner. So, anyways, it'll be fun. Practice tomorrow. And then the next day we go to the English Festival, during which I have a skit where I have to act like a Japanese student. So I have the Japanese school uniform coat, wear some black slacks with it, and actually I'm going to shave off my beard for that one.